Hello everybody, I am Drakogate, and this is California5768, a moderator on Retoxy Factions. If you can't see right now, we're kind of in a little bit of a pickle, you could say, with all these mobs here. It's not good, it's very dark, but that is not the reason of this video. We're kind of making this video, I guess you could say, to just talk about some of the things that are going on in the server and just bring up ideas and talk about 1.3 and just some of the other fun shit that you really probably don't care about, but maybe you do, so I don't know.
In the meantime, I'm going to be killing zombies down there, so...
Like I said, yeah, we're going to try to keep you entertained with what's going on around, but...
if you don't, just minimize, play Minecraft,
just minimize, listen to the audio. So... here we go.
Oh God, girl. Oh, careful.
Anyway, so one of the big issues that I guess we don't even really need to talk about. So at first we were talking about possibly turning off TNT block damage, and the reason we were talking about this was because we were getting sick of all these either the ugly bases that are made of nothing but I guess a big box around it. Oh, you're done. Or the bases that have a water wall or lava wall, and they just don't look good, right? And so we considered TNT, right? That would do damage to players, but not to blocks. I've gotten a lot of questions about this, like, what happens if somebody makes a base over the water and you can't get in. There's no way to get in because the TNT doesn't work. And while this is true, you could also say the same for somebody who makes an obsidian base on the ground and no way out if it's levitated 3 blocks off the ground. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess you could argue both points. It was an idea. The next thing that I kind of thought about was possibly jobs. Jobs would be a very interesting thing to try to get. It would be another way for players to make money. Very cool idea. Hey, if you pick up any arrows while you're down there, feel free to throw them up to me.
Alright, girl.
So that's kind of
in the corner.
That's kind of the deal there. I don't know, Callie, do you have anything you want to add to this?
Yeah, I mean, either way, there's a downfall to all of it. If we turn off TNT, there's sky bases and whatnot, but therefore we'd have nicer bases and less griefed area. And because if you notice now, if you play on the server now, you'll probably notice that if you go around just outside Warzone, or spawn, you'll just get to a griefed mess.
Yeah.
And
I imagine that it would kind of halt that a little bit to a slight factor.
It would also make it more harder for people to get into said bases.
Yeah, it would definitely make it, raiding other factions would become more tactical and less about, I guess I want to say less about, who has the better cannons or who has more money. The next option that we could do, as a possible change, and I have to kind of go over this with people, what pre-made TNT cannons, right? And basically what they are is it's a server plugin that would allow you, so everybody makes the same kind of cannon, right? Now, currently TNT cannons, there's a variety of them out there. Those would still work. But if you want to just go with this normal cannon, it would be you assemble it and then, you put the items that you want to fire into it and it would shoot it. I'll try to give people extra information on that if they want to check that out, but that's kind of a neat thing as well, just because you can control the explosion and the radius, and you can shoot different items. Like I know you can shoot obsidian, and obsidian makes a larger hole than glass. So I don't know, that's a slightly cool thing as well. I mean, I don't know. I don't know exactly completely what I want to do. The thing is, I love Faction Wars. Faction Wars is a great plugin. I think it's I think it's definitely my favorite. And I know we've contemplated doing Townie, right? Because Townie still kind of has that war aspect into it. Well, no, not really war. It's more peaceful, but then there's an aspect of I guess
Faction
you could
Wars,
say
yeah.
Faction Wars. But the thing is, I like the way that the Faction Wars plugin is run, and I like that idea, which is why I kind of haven't moved that. And I think that we should still work with Faction Wars. I'm just trying to figure out a way that we can make it a lot more. A lot more. I want to say. I don't want to say fun because I think it's fun now, but I think we could make it more fun than it is. You know.
For all players, new or old.
Yeah, just so everybody could kind of get in there. I know that a lot of the kiddies love the MCMMO stuff. MCMMO is a really big thing with a lot of players, and I think MCMMO is really overpowered. A lot of the Obsidian bases that exist today were crafted from MCMMO. They were like, okay, we got that Super Breaker.
Super Breaker or Obsidian generators.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I think MCMMO is probably not the greatest idea, and if it were ever brought back, which I doubt it would be, I think the only way that we could bring it back would be on a like earning it basis. So, maybe you'd start out default players have only fist fighting skills, and then after a while, as you move kind of throughout the server and into the game, and more time is put in, you rank up and you gain more skills such as wood cutting or mining or swords and whatnot. So yeah, it could be very interesting. I don't know, anything else, Callie? Big.
About the server, not too much. If we want to move on to the forums business.
Yeah, I think that seems good.
Think about the forums. The forums are there for you to put your complaints, ban appeals, or additions to the server. It's not there to, I'm going to say it, sorry for the French, bitch at other moderators, or just to start fights on the forums. It's there to help us moderators and other members of the server. So the first thing is, if you're putting in a ban appeal, look at the format, because I don't like seeing a ban appeal that says, I was banned. I don't know why.
Yeah, it goes back to,
it's just like,
one of the things we see a lot that's kind of starting to become more common. I don't know how I'm gonna block this, is people writing in the ban appeal section, this isn't a ban appeal, I just want to know why I was banned. And it looks like because they want to bypass the ban appeal format, which I don't think is fair, to be honest with you. If you don't want to appeal your ban, then just don't bother at all. I don't want to waste my time telling you why you were banned if you're not willing to put in a ban appeal to come back. It's definitely, it's one of those things, if you really want something to get done, post the full appeal, and if you don't understand why you were banned or you don't know the reason, you could either message a moderator on the forums, specifically me or Shifty. I know there are other people, the one that talks specifically could probably help you.
probably not me, because when I get on the forums, I crash.
Yeah, so Callie's may not be your best option, but or even, and if you can't get a hold of a moderator writing, just I don't know what I was banned for, that is a start. Now, if you
have someone that's unbanned say, hey, Callie or Draco, can you explain this to whoever? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but the only time it really becomes a problem is if you do know what you were banned for, and we can tell you know what you were, like, let's say we caught you fly hacking, or doing something that you did. Don't come on the forums asking us, why you got banned. Yeah. It's just, that's slightly embarrassing in my eyes that you can't figure that out yourself. So anyway, so that's kind of what we got. I don't know if any other.
I mean, there's a few other things about forums.
Map reset. 1.3 map reset. The goal with that is, yes, to have a reset for Minecraft 1.3. I think it'd be good to get the new stuff. I think everyone, kind of needs a new start. And then on top of that, we get rid of some of these obsidian bases that I feel, I feel aren't necessary and maybe would not be gotten as easily because we would be starting over without MCMMO.
Yeah.
So,
and our goal out of this is to make, we want nice looking bases. We don't want a cobble box covered in water. No, we don't want that. We want a nice looking base that, even if we wanted to, we could showcase on YouTube or on the forums or whatever, saying, look at this guy's base. Now try to challenge him to make a better base than that.
Well, even at that as well, I think with that, one of the big things is that I'm working on is just kind of having a larger community that is able to work together, so we don't have this massive I don't know. I want to say the word actually I'd like to use is clusterfuck of people who just,
We don't want a hot mess of just people
who are yelling at each other and complaining, and I know cuz earlier, we've had very small issues is what I've noticed. It's like people are just being immature, name calling, and then other people flipping out because there was name calling, and the thing is this is a faction war server. The goal of this server is to have some sort of competitive fighting, and if silly little names get to your head, you might want to consider switching servers, because to be honest with you, I'm not gonna if so and so calls you a fucking poopy head, and you come crying to me that he called you a poopy head, I actually want to ban you, to be honest with you. That's how sad I think that is. I don't.
And if you're filling the general chat with, oh, this guy called me a poopy head, then
yeah, it's just
you can say, I'll tell you, and I tell everybody this. Take it up on the forums.
Yeah, as well as that.
Request. We check those.
I think that's the other thing I think that's bothering me is personal information. So people are like, this guy said my personal information out on the forums, or he said my age, or he said that I'm a guy, or he said that I'm a girl. Here's the thing. This is the internet. So just because so-and-so says you are something does not automatically mean that is what you are. I know people are like, oh, now everyone knows my age. Lie. Okay? Lie. If you are worried that people know you're 13, tell people you're 22. I mean, to be honest with you, it's not going to,
And for the people that are putting out that information, why even do it?
Yeah,
you have the chance of getting banned. Why?
Do you have the chance? I don't think you have the chance of. I don't know. I'm
pretty sure it was in the rules, but
maybe.
It's one of those things that, would you want someone to do that to you?
Yeah. I guess it's kind of like do unto others. Oh god, it's been so lame. My character's been sitting here. Yeah, I mean, I guess that can kind of conclude our video, our little blog here. If you want to hear something talked about, or you think there's something that needs to be addressed in one of these videos, or maybe you have a suggestion for the server, or I don't know, anything, you can email me at staff@retoxy.com, or
description.
you can leave, I'll have that in the description, or you can just leave, a comment on the site, www.retoxy.com. Let us know what you think and what your opinions are on everything, and I'd love to hear it. Anyway, so I think that's probably pretty much it, alright? Cool. Thank you all very much. Bye.
Thank you, guys.